Welcome everybody to another Nomadic Monday from the home of Superman, Metropolis, Illinois. Well, this is a real bummer. So what happened was, if you could see, my background has changed. Superman's not standing behind me. I shot 15 minutes of video reading your guys' comments from last week's videos. It's not showing properly. And during the editing process this morning, I was still kind of out of it, and I'll be doggone, I deleted it. As I was putting the video clips together, I deleted the 15 minutes of incredible footage. It would have been the best video on the entire YouTube platform. The best video you've ever seen. Late night television could not have had a better video than what I created this morning at the Super Museum. I apologize, guys. So I'm going to start all over and just do everything fresh. That's the plan. We're going to do everything fresh. All right, so I need to keep this away from the microphone. All right, so my main goal this morning, other than creating a video for you guys of a Nomadic Monday, was to stop here in Metropolis, Illinois, and grab this. That's right, I'm filling out a passport application. I can do it in Metropolis, Illinois, get it all done, turn it in Metropolis, Illinois. Even though I'm a Florida resident and I live in the Orlando area, I'm just not home enough to do it. But because Metropolis is en route in the center of the country from everywhere I go, I can go ahead and do this, drop it off in Metropolis, and then wait however long it takes to get the passport and have the U.S. government send everything back and drop it and mail it to the Super Museum, and I can just pick it up when it gets there on one of my trips passing by. So that's the plan. I got this stuff. Now I just need to figure out my mother and my father's years of birth. And there's some stuff on here. Why they need to know that, I don't know. But I need to figure out their years of birth, places of birth. And my mother was born in Germany, I think in Frankfurt. My father, I think, was Riverside, California. I don't know. I'm assuming. But I know when their birthdays are, but I don't know what years they were born. And most of their contact info, hair color, eye colors, daily travel plans. I don't know why they want to know all that stuff, but I'm gonna have to contact at least my mother. My father I haven't talked to in 30 years, so I don't know how I'm gonna get that info. Hopefully my mom knows all that stuff. Another reason I stopped in was we'll get to this. We'll get to this in one of the questions that's coming up. Let me just get to the questions, because one of the questions pertains to something in this flyer. All right, everybody, let's get the ball rolling with the Nomadic Hippie hurricane prep videos. Nathan Whitaker wrote, well, there's something you don't see every day, LOL. I thought Cracker Barrel may wrap you up in bubble wrap as you were leaving. Yeah, you don't even know how much stuff they gave me at that table. I think that lady friend that you were there with may be sweet on you. You could have stayed with her and she could nurse you back to health. She would love to hear that. Anyway, be careful out there, Rick. Take care. Funny thing is, she's going to college right now to be an actual surgeon or work in the ER and stuff. So I don't know. People like that freak me out. I don't mess with those. I don't have those people take care of me, especially her. She'd probably just do painful things to me. I don't need that. Lip Davis wrote, same video. This video made Camo Dave today. You're a YouTube celebrity now. I was just as shocked as probably some of you guys were that I was on Camo Dave's channel, that he highlighted one of my videos. Great thing about it was, right after he shared my video for the hurricane prep in the motorhome, 13 subscribers right off the bat, put me over the 600 mark within 30 minutes. I've been struggling for almost a year to break 600. I was stuck at 588 forever. But being on the Camo Dave channel for just one quick little clip, it really did help. Dustin Porter writes, same video, ouch, are you okay, buddy? Be safe out there. Watching the hurricane live video. P.S. The breakfast looked good. Thanks a lot. Yeah, the breakfast looked good. The breakfast was good. And I really wasn't that injured. Yeah, I was a bloody mess, but it was fun. It was fine. I milked it for all it was worth. The waitresses were just taking care of me like crazy. Jim Bozen writes, if not for gravity, the Band-Aid business would go under. I'm glad you're okay. They had chocolate Band-Aids. It was Cracker Barrel. Going through the candy section after we were waiting to get seated, I was bleeding all over the place. Cat. The cat is one of the reasons I shot the video at the Super Museum. Now that I have to redo it, she's gonna get on camera. I apologize. Yeah, through the candy section, they actually had chocolate covered Band-Aids at the Cracker Barrel. That was pretty cool. Nikki J, Theme Park Hipster, who everybody should be subscribed to, does a lot of solo theme park travel. Stay safe. And I'm assuming it was because of the hurricane. And she's in Orlando. She lives in Orlando, so I hope you stay safe. They had me split the state. I didn't get to stay there. That didn't matter. Nothing happened anyway. Got pretty lucky. Nomadic Survival. I just love your style of filming and editing. Heading over here from the Camo Dave and subbed right away. Thank you. I have checked out several of your videos so far and I'm absolutely baffled as to why you don't have a ton more subscribers. Keep it between the lines, keep it upright, and stay safe out there. I don't have more subscribers because I suck. Hey, I know that, but I appreciate all the kind words. And thank you for subscribing. And right on Camo Dave's channel that I said thank you to, because I do appreciate it. Thinking out loud, I know people use tarps and bungee cords for boats. Could you use them for your RV? Sure. Nothing really to bungee down or tarp. You know, if I threw a tarp over the roof to keep the rain, the pounding hurricane rain from entering the slits on the AC units, if the wind was going to be like 185 miles an hour like it was in the Bahamas, that tarp would just rip off. I don't think any bungee cords, ropes, it would be like a parachute. The wind would just get underneath it and just blow it up. Well, it wouldn't blow up the RV. It would blow off the tarp. Heard about Sandra Killick wrote. Heard about you from Camo Dave, so I subscribed. Again, see what I'm talking about? Just that one little quick clip from the. Whoever would have thought? I was not a Camo Dave fan for the longest time. I knew of him because of Adam the Woo and Jacob the Carpetbagger and guys like that. Adam was a local in Kissimmee, where I live, and so he used to work at a feed store and a local Winn-Dixie that we used to go to all the time. And so when he took off in the minivan, or not in the minivan, in the van, and started, you know, gave up all work and just started YouTubing, I started following. I mean, he's a local. And then all of a sudden I got kind of turned on to Camo Dave a little bit. And I was watching his videos periodically, and I go, I didn't understand him. The dude's a character. You got to admit, the dude is a character. I mean, no editing really. He just cutting videos, putting them together, and watching other people's videos and making comments on them. And I wasn't really into it at first. Then over time, he kind of grew on me like a fungus, and it was great. I just recently, I really been watching a lot more. And I get it. I get why people like him. For the longest time, I didn't understand it. I didn't understand you, Dave. I do now. And you know what? I like your channel. And I watch it when I can. I'm a subscriber. I subscribed to Camo Dave. I like him. Nanette wrote, same video. Now that's what I call really falling for someone, or better yet, being swept off your feet. It wasn't being, I didn't get swept off my feet. I stumbled and crashed. That's me being clumsy, which is an everyday occurrence. Roxanne Riskin wrote, Roxanne doesn't have a YouTube channel, but she lives up in Connecticut, and she helped me publish 4 books, and she did all the work, basically. She made my dreams come true and helped me publish 4 books. She wrote, "That was a little scary. Glad you are okay. Just thinking you might need a little antibiotic cream for the cuts." I don't want to start my APU. I thought my generator just fired up by itself. It wasn't. It was the trailer back there. So if you get any background noise, I apologize. "You might need some antibiotic cream for the cuts. Do you have a first aid kit in your truck for you and your kitty?" No. I do have the antibiotic cream, and I do have some Band-Aids now because of the helpful staff at the Cracker Barrel. But no, I don't think in my entire life I've ever owned a first aid kit. I just never have owned one. My grandmother and grandfather back in the day, back in the late 60s, early 70s, they were huge members of the Red Cross. They were like upper echelon Red Cross people. My grandmother was an ambulance driver for the Motors Riverside and Ontario Motor Speedway, and they were all big into that type of stuff. So back when I was a kid, they had all that stuff at home. They had all the painful red stuff that you would put on your owies as a kid. You know, you get a raspberry or something like that, and you go in the house, and they go, "Oh, come in the bathroom. We got to clean that up." And then they dip a Q-tip, a wooden Q-tip in that red stuff, and rub it on your owie, and it stings. Yeah, I don't have none of that stuff. I don't have any. And I don't think I've ever even purchased a Band-Aid at a store in my entire life. I probably should, but I never have. Sally Jean wrote, there I go again, wrote, "It looks like you ripped some skin off. Ouch. You have a nice sized RV, and I like your cat. Stay safe." I like the cat too. The RV is a 33-foot Holiday Rambler. Classic old. I mean, it's a 90s model. It's not classic like a 1950s model, but it's weird when the 1990s are considered classics. But yeah, it's good for one person and a cat. It probably 2 people and a cat, and maybe a Chihuahua. I don't know. It's big enough. Tammy Pilgrim writes, "It can't be August. August is over." That's where this paper comes in right now. This paper here comes in. Okay, on that video, I was walking around talking about these wristbands. I have a few of them for you guys. The Superman right there, Fall Back to Metropolis, right there, 2019, where this wristband will get you guys into all the events at Fall Back Metropolis event. It's not the Superman celebration. It's a whole different thing going on that the Super Museum is putting together. This is going to be their 2nd annual Fall Back to Metropolis kind of fun goodness thing, and they just want it to grow and get huge, get as big as the Superman celebration. And fingers crossed it does, because they're putting a lot of hard work and effort into this thing. But during that video, I was talking about these wristbands, and that I got a couple for you guys, saying it was in August. Now, I don't even know what day of the week it is half the time. I don't know what month it is. I don't know any. Sometimes I'm still writing 2017 sometimes when they ask me for my date or what the date it is, you know. I'll put like 8/5/2017, or I don't even know what year it is. So that was my mistake. I stopped by the Super Museum to do this, and I got this from the counter. This here is the actual flyer for the new Fallback celebration getting ready to happen. And the date on here does say November 2nd, But in all actuality, the event starts November 1st. It's going to be a 3-day event. So this flyer, it looks like November 2nd is actually the day a lot of the funness is going to be going on. So it won't hurt to get there November 1st. Maybe book a room at the Riverview Bed and Breakfast. Tell them I sent you. Don't go to the website. Don't go to the Riverview Mansion Bed and Breakfast website or Facebook page. Call them on the phone. You could Google it, or just I have it on some of my videos. You know, the sign out front of the place. Actually, a video going up this week will have the sign in front of the place, because I walked around and told some ghost stories today within the place, and I showed their phone number and stuff. But you could book it early. Make sure you call on the phone. Tell them you know me. Tell them you follow me on YouTube. They'll give you a minimal discount, so you're not paying full price to stay at the place. And it's a beautiful, beautiful place. And it's supposedly haunted. I washed my hands, but I had every single ghost known from paranormal researchers. But my hands clean now because I washed my hands. But I had like 7 spirits on my hand that supposedly reside within that place. But yeah, you book a room, stay there November 1st and the 2nd, and leave on the 3rd, the last day of the event. And if you're gonna go and you plan on going, get with me and give me your address, and I'll send you one of these, so you don't have to spend $10 to get into all the attractions and museums and everything that's in the dance, and the meet and greets, and hanging out with the superheroes, and meeting artists, comic book artists that worked on TV shows and movies, and all the stuff that's going to be going on. And instead of wasting the money, I have a couple bracelets. I'll mail you guys one if you plan on attending. And well, that was it. So the correct month is November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, not August. My bad. Let's see. Doris Tate writes, storm in Ocala, Florida is over. It was no big deal. If you're not on the beach, you will not get any wind here. Not much rain at all. They hyped this up. It was hyped up for a reason. I seen what it did to the Bahamas. I have a lot of friends in Orlando now. One of them, if you watch my videos, I did a downtown Disney Springs one, and my older Universal Studios Hard Rock videos. One of the girls, she switched from Hard Rock and works at downtown Disney now at the Irish restaurant. You'll see her in my videos. She was giving me the beer and stuff, and shepherd's pie. Well, she has a friend that has 6 airplanes, and they got a bunch of supplies up, donations and stuff like that, and she texted me to see if I was going to be home and wanted to go to the Bahamas and help unload the airplanes and do all that stuff. But obviously I can't. I'm out here. But they're doing stuff and taking stuff over the Bahamas because it was so bad there. They were right to get hyped up, because what if if the eye went over Grand Bahama and stuff and got back into our warm water and just nothing stopping it? It could have just hit our coastline and ran the coast all the way up, and we got that circulation just covering half the state as it moved up the coast. It could have been bad. But I guess it's better to over prepare, though I really didn't prepare much. You seen what I did. It wasn't much. Nathan Wicker wrote, yeah, you gotta love Metropolis. It's like a real life Mayberry. People are very nice, and there's lots to do. Does Jim Hambrick family still run the museum? I know he owns it, and how cool is that? Getting to meet people in person from your channel. Even though you're an introvert, once you get to talking to them, I'm sure the nerves calm down. I'd love to go there for their fallback celebration. You're becoming a local celebrity around there. Take care for now. I'm not a local celebrity around there, but thank you. That was good. I do love that town. Today, when I was at the Riverview Bed and Breakfast and getting some coffee and sitting down talking, because I have plans. There's something I want to do in that town. Even though I live in Florida, there's something I want to start my own roadside attraction with another business that's there, and we can kind of co-op something. And I'm working on that at this moment. But we were sitting around talking about, you know, the beginning plans. There's things formulating in here. We were sitting around talking about that, and I seen this Mayberry comment, and we started talking about Mayberry and Andy Griffith's show. And it was funny because your comment spurred this whole thing about who was married in Mayberry. Andy wasn't married, Aunt B wasn't married, Barney wasn't married, Gomer wasn't married, Goober wasn't married, and we couldn't find one individual in the entire town of Mayberry that was married. They had girlfriends and boyfriends, but nobody was married, except for Otis. We decided, but Otis doesn't count because he didn't live in the town of Mayberry. He lived out in the hills. He only came into town to drink and sleep it off in the jail cell. He wasn't a resident of Mayberry. He was a resident of the jail when he was sleeping stuff off. So, but the citizens of Mayberry, we could not think of one person that was married in Mayberry. Maybe you can, but there was three of us putting our heads together and we couldn't figure nothing out. Let's see here. There goes that contrapted engine. Shut that off. Steve Chetley? Cheatley? I believe that's how you say your name. I suck at names. It's really cool to see you behind the scenes delivering in a big city like Chicago. I visited there back in 2011 and went up to the Willis Towers because I'm a big fan of record-breaking skyscrapers. Stayed in the Loop and visited Millennium Park too. Had a great time there. My problem is all my vehicles that I have, whether I've never taken my motorhome out of the state of Florida yet. But it's 33 foot. I think I would have a hard time in Chicago. My tractor trailer is way longer than my motorhome. And it's so hard to find parking in a city like Chicago to be able to get out and do things. I actually have to park out of the city, find a nice safe place I can leave the truck, because I can't take my cat with me, so the cat has to stay safe. All my stuff in here has to stay safe. And then I can hop an Uber and go into the city. I have not done that yet. In 30 years of driving, I have not done it. I've delivered in downtown. I've delivered right underneath the Willits Tower. There's a marketplace down there that at 3 o'clock in the morning you pull in and you deliver, and then you get the heck out of Dodge. But I would love to one day actually do that. Go to Navy Pier, check out the Science History Museum, and just do all that stuff. Every year Chicago puts on this incredible food festival extravaganza thing. I would love to do that one day. Have not been able to do it yet. Never been at the top of the tower neither. Dustin Porter wrote, 602 subscribers. Wow, good job, buddy. Thanks to Camo Dave's subscribers for coming over. I appreciate you, buddy. Stay safe. Yeah, congratulations. I hope you reach 100K. God, could you? I can't imagine hitting 100,000 subscribers. That would be insane. Jim wrote, I got my passport at the post office, but not all post offices do that. Yeah, I was worried because I was going to do all this out of state. I didn't know if I had to do it in the state of Florida or if I could do it while I'm out here on the road. Come to find out, they said no problem, no biggie. I'm pretty happy about that. Camo Dave wrote, wow, 13 subs, exclamation point. Did you just shut off my light? She's giving me that look, the stink eye. Yeah, 13 subs doesn't sound like a lot, Dave, but it put me over that 600 mark, and it didn't stop at 13 subscribers. I got 23 subs after you did that. Now, I don't know if they're all from you, but a couple of them here did write they are from your channel, seeing me on your channel. I don't know if all 23 are, but at least a few of them in these comments were from you. And yeah, it doesn't sound like a lot. 13 subs doesn't sound like a lot, but it put me over that 600 mark that I've been struggling to reach for the longest time. Nanette wrote, have a nice weekend. Weekend's over now, it's Monday. James writes, I hope you're okay, Rick. That was quite a tumble you took. I got battle scars now. Let's see here. Next comment. Beverly Steer writes, I am in agreement with Sunny Girl and will subscribe as well. Another Dave subscriber. Travel safe. My husband, Beverly Steer also wrote, my husband's grandpa drove for Coca-Cola for 24 years, so there's always interest in any truck and diesel engines in my household. I'm not sure what I want my niche to be. I've been on YouTube for 2 years. I'm only, like I said, because of you guys jumping in here, I'm just now over 600 subscribers after 2 years. It takes a long time to build a channel, especially when you're old. If I was a young person, it probably would happen a lot faster. But I don't know if I should focus on trucks. I don't know if I should focus on my RV living. I'm kind of combining the two together, meshing them as one nomadic life. When I'm out here on the road, truck. When I'm home, it's all motorhome living lifestyle. Most of the time, 1,000 trails, Disney parking lots, or Cracker Barrel parking lots. Dustin Porter wrote, that was nice of Camo Dave. Travel safe, buddy. I think he wrote that earlier too. But still, it was nice of him. So anyway, welcome my new subscribers. Thank you guys for subscribing. Hope I don't bore you all too much. My old subscribers that have been sticking with me through all this learning experience, trying to figure out YouTube algorithm, SEO, and getting proper lighting and everything else, and putting up with all the crap. Thank you guys for sticking around and make all the new subscribers feel happy. You guys are like the guys that have been with me this whole time. You're my cheerleaders. Let the new people know, hey, stick around. Don't unsubscribe. Stick around. All right, guys, that's about it for today's Nomadic Monday. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to see a tail. It's right here in front of the camera. Come here. Say goodbye to everybody. Say goodbye. Say it. Say goodbye. Peace out. Paw out. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and split and do some video editing for the videos I've been recording today, and I will talk to you on the next one. So until then, please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's do what Dustin Porter said. Let's get this up to over 100,000. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. 100,000 videos for a nomadic person. One can dream. Peace out, everybody.